That's the name of your poetry book, where the side mark meets the coner. Coner. Side mark meets the coner.
What?
I can't pronounce things. Welcome to Rocket to Anywhere, the podcast whose hosts
Corban.
want people to stop complaining about the lack of information from Season 2 of A Series of Unfortunate Events, because visual effects takes a long time if you want it done well. I was going to say hold my avocado as we move on to follow-up, but that joke is old and dead, just like fidget spinners. The moist retaining thing in packages is actually called silica gel. I improperly call it salmonella. As I sort of call things salmonella when I don't know what they're called.
Wow.
If this is your first time listening to the podcast, listen to last week's episode to get this. But basically, I was talking about Pizza Hut pizzas, and I told this guy, don't put salmonella on my pizza. And he's like, what? Okay, follow up from episode 1 all the way back then ago. A sesquipedalian, which was the word of the week back then, the actual definition is characterized by long words. For example, the sesquipedalian dualness of scientific journals. If that doesn't really make sense, you can go back to episode 1, check that out. And last piece of follow-up this week is that on last week's episode, I forgot to mention that I started liking EDM, electronic music, because of Capital King's song, You'll Never Be Alone. So I was giving a backstory of my history with electronic music, and then realized I forgot to mention how I actually got into it in the first place. So now, let's head over to Thought of the Week, aka Shower Thought. What do you have, Sophia?
Okay. So, I've always wondered this. Why does food get cold and then your drinks get warm?
It's like that whole freeway, parkway, driveway thing again. Never thought about that.
Yeah.
Waiter, my food's warm.
Yeah.
You wouldn't call that. My thought of the week is, when you look at the ceiling of rooms in your house, it looks like there's no way you could fit a bed and all the other furniture on the floor on it, but you can because it's just the reverse of the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Like, wherever you are right now, look up at the ceiling, unless you're outside. Well, anyway, if you're inside a house or your room or whatever, just look up and think about, how could all this stuff on this floor possibly fit up there?
Yeah, I can't fit on that ceiling.
I can't fit up there.
We're in a closet, and it's very skinny and small.
I know I killed off public service announcement a couple of episodes back, but I just want to bring it back for an actual real reason this week, and that's over the past couple of days as we're recording this hurricane just came by Texas. So I thought I'd give an actual public service announcement to all of our listeners down the coast to watch out for your pets over these next few days as the water is going out and stuff, because they could get lost. Now on to learn a word. Today's word is pastiche, a literary, artistic, musical, or architectural work, basically anything creative, something created, that imitates the style of a previous work or is made up of selections of different works. So, a real-life example from recent times, as we're recording this, is 2 days ago, or yesterday I think, Taylor Swift's new single came out, and everyone is saying that it sounds like a lot of other people's music. I listened to it, and I didn't hear the whole thing. I just heard the first 20 seconds, and I could tell immediately it sounded like other people's music. So, that could be called a pastiche, a musical work that imitates the style of previous work by someone else. Sophia would say that all electronic music is a pastiche.
Yes. It's all the same.
Yeah.
And the reason I said same and not whatever is because I can't pronounce it.
Pastiche. Okay, now into joke time. Get us started.
My math binders are always red every year. I feel like math is just a red subject. No, math is a blue subject, and I'm prepared to fight you over this. Red versus blue. No, English is blue. No. Blue is history, green is English, and yellow is math. No, math is blue, science is green, history is yellow, and English is purple. Leave me alone. No, Math is red, science is green, English blue, social studies yellow. Where did social studies come from?
Is this the Tumblr argument?
Yes.
I could just... This is exactly what I would see people on Tumblr do.
I know, right?
Argue over the littlest things. As I get older, and I remember all the people I've lost along the way, I think to myself, maybe a career as a tour guide was not for me.
No matter how much I eat, there's always room for dessert. Dessert doesn't go to the stomach. It goes to the heart. Yeah, that's why people die of it.
If the GH in enough is pronounced f, and the O in women makes the short I sound, and the TI in nation is pronounced sh, then the word GHOTI is pronounced just like fish. Welcome to the English language. Okay, rewind that if you didn't get it, and get a piece of paper and write it down.
Yeah.
Then you'll get it.
Yeah. The sun is on fire. I repeat, the sun is on fire. Hashtag, the ocean is flooding. I repeat, the ocean is flooding. This is an emergency. The earth is spinning. Guys, it's spinning. A mysterious gas has settled all throughout the earth, and we are currently breathing it in.
When CNN has nothing else to report.
Yes.
There is a mysterious gas covering the entire earth, and we are all breathing it in right now. Okay, breaking news. Sit through this 5-minute ad about hearing aids before we tell you the rest.
Yeah.
And then Acorn stair lifts. Humpty Dumpty is having a terrible summer. Hopefully, he'll have a great fall.
A worker at Disneyland said, the ride is closed right now. I'm sorry. They're talking to a YouTuber. And then the YouTuber gets home and says, Disneyland harassed me. Story time. I just love those. It's so funny.
Yeah, there's some really great ones like this, YouTuber, it's human, blinks, YouTuber, the time I went blind.
Yeah. It's this one. Hotel maid makes the bed, and then the YouTuber comes back and says, crazy fan broke into my hotel. Story time.
In parentheses, insane.
Yeah.
We gotta just sit down and do this for a whole episode.
I have a lot of them. I just need to go back and find them.
Yeah, and just think about them. Or nowadays, if you want to go viral, just put Jake Paul's name in your title and you're viral.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guaranteed viral. Guaranteed trending page within 5 minutes.
Lasers were once a huge scientific breakthrough. Now we use them to play with cats. Computers were once a huge scientific breakthrough. Now we use them to look at cats. Conclusion, science was made for cats.
Yeah, I heard that on Ask Me Another the other day. Computers took whole buildings and we were trying to figure out the world's biggest problems. Now they fit in our pockets and we're just watching cats. I'm very good friends with 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
Tanner Brongert would have made that pun. Oh, stop. Jeremy, you gotta stop here. I can't afford to miss out this deal. Why? What deal? Let me see. Read sign. Free straw with drink purchase.
Okay, so I was listening to an Adventures in Odyssey episode, and for those of you who know about the show, there's a character, Bart Rathbone, who runs a store called the Electric Palace. And on the loudspeaker in one of the episodes, he's like, great deal on surge protectors. You get, what did it say, 2 for $20 or 1 for $5? What a deal. How does NASA organize a party?
Wait. You've told this joke before.
No, they plan it.
Yes, you've told that.
I have?
Yes.
Well, how does SpaceX plan a party?
Exit out.
Probably.
Yeah.
Elon Musk says, I don't have no time for this. I gotta get to Mars.
Shout out to all the people who started saying same as a joke once in a while, but now use it for the most random things, like car honking their horn to another car. Yesterday,
same,
a book... yeah. Okay, sorry. Yesterday, a book fell off my desk, and instead of picking it up, I just looked at it and said same.
Okay, now on to an upcoming holiday. Fall back to the last 2 episodes. Hope you guys were able to enjoy the solar eclipse. Us, not so much. If you look at Sophia's story, which won't be available then. But we didn't get much of an experience of the eclipse.
I did.
Well, she did. She had sunglasses.
Yeah, I got not the whatever.
Not official NASA
Yeah,
sunglasses.
I got my sunglasses, like the regular ones, and I just like stared right up at the sun, and it was so the sun was a crescent, and then on both sides of the sun, there was a pink crescent on both sides. So there was 2 pink crescents and then 1 big crescent.
Yeah,
cool.
We didn't get to see totality, but in 4 years in Dallas, there will be totality. So if this podcast is still running, probably won't be. We'll be able to talk about that. That'll be interesting. So back to holiday time. Tuesday, September 5th, just a couple of days, is Be Late for Something Day. Okay, so we're telling you to be late for something, but don't be late for school. Don't get in trouble. Okay, but like, don't on your tardy slip give why are you late and then just link to our podcast. Like, don't do that.
I actually don't think that they let you write why you were tardy.
I was allowed to say.
Okay, that was back in like the actually okay days.
Yeah.
Not good, not bad, just okay.
But if you can't celebrate that with getting in trouble, then Saturday, the 9th of September, is Wonderful Weirdos Day. Nothing's quite as dull as being normal, boring, and average. Normal. Celebrate being weird and celebrate the weirdos in your life on Wonderful Weirdos Day. Make an effort to be weird by dressing weirdly, doing weird things, and encouraging weirdness with your friends in the workspace. And finally, if you're too self-conscious to celebrate Wonderful Weirdos Day and you're a child, Wednesday the 13th of September is Kids Take Over the Kitchen Day. This is a holiday I can get behind.
It's also National Fire Day.
Children are encouraged to take over the kitchen by involving themselves in the preparation and planning of the day's meals.
Okay, just words, not actually doing.
This is no advertisement for Blue Apron, but no, if you head over to blueapron.com/rocket, you can get yourself 2 free meals. I'm not joking. You can literally do that. It works. It's a coupon code. But yeah, if you're a kid, ask your parents, see if you can help out in the kitchen, actually learn to cook like someone over there who doesn't know how to cook. Before we go on with today, I'd like to let you know that today we are brought to you by listeners like you, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, the Ready to Learn grant from the U.S. Department of Education, and those of you who rate and review us on iTunes. Take some time, go leave us a rating, 5 stars, please. It helps other listeners find out more about us and lets us move up the charts in the Kids and Family section. Thank you. Now on to Today I Learned.
Today I learned... Okay, well, I didn't actually learn this today. I learned this...
That's really how it is with all of them. Like, we learn
I learned this on August 18th. Whenever people say be there or be square, it's because you're not around. Like, I never knew that.
Man, we should...
I just thought it was because squares, like, they have edges and so they can't, like, move. You know what I'm saying?
Today I learned that in 2010... This is very ironic. A group of Weight Watchers members gathered to see how much weight they had lost, only for the floor to collapse underneath their combined weight. Okay.
I'm just glad it says combined and not one person's weight.
Here's the full explanation. As the dieters queued means lined up, to see how many pounds they had shed, the floor beneath them in the clinic in, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of the city. It's a city in southern Sweden. Southern Sweden.
You're from the south. You're from the southern.
Southerners. The floor beneath them in the clinic began to rumble, according to a report in the local Sweden's English language newspaper. Here's a quote. "We suddenly heard a huge thud. We almost thought it was an earthquake, and everything flew up in the air." I think they got that wrong. Everything stayed where it was. They just fell.
Yeah.
The floor collapsed in one corner of the room, all along the walls, one Weight Watchers participant told the Smandalandesboten newspaper. Soon, the fault line spread around the room, and other sections of the floor gave way. Luckily, all the dieters escaped uninjured and managed to move the scales to the corridor, which was not damaged in the accident, and were able to complete their weekly weigh-in.
Wow.
The cause of the floor's collapse remains under investigation. This was 7 years ago.
Wow.
Okay, and they still haven't figured out why it collapsed. I think it's quite obvious.
Yeah.
Those Weight Watchers things do nothing to you. So now on to topics. We have I couldn't come up with an idea for like a main topic, so we're gonna run through like a lot of mini topics here. So the first one is "The Walk of Life" by Dire Straits is the best song to end any movie.
No, it's not.
Okay, a little backstory here. So there's this YouTube channel called Glove and Boots. They're two puppets, Mario and Fafa, and they were doing their monthly live stream. They were bringing up this topic. They're like, hey, we found out, some people on Twitter told us that there's this website called walkoflifeproject.com. I think it's WOL project.com. And it's a song by this band called Dire Straits, an 80s band or something. And the project is to prove that this song called Walk of Life is the best song to end any movie. And they just basically cut out the end of a bunch of popular movies, threw the audio track on top of it, and I watched through a bunch of these, and it truly is like it changes the entire mood of the movie. So, I haven't tested it with all my favorite shows, but sometime before this episode gets released, I want to try out this song with the ending of Gordon McGibbon's Life on Normal Street Season 3.
Oh, wow.
I do. Even with it muted, I would cry because of how great that ending shot is, where they just go down to a Dutch angle. Like, that was awesome. Like, I literally squealed when I saw that scene for the first time.
Squealed?
Squealed.
What do you mean squealed?
I was squealing when I saw that. I literally took a screenshot and took note of who the director of photography was. Just so, like, if I make a movie someday, this guy's gonna come. Just, I don't care how old he is. He's just gonna sit there, like, do that. Okay. So, like, if you're interested in this, go check it out. See the show notes, rta.space/35. Try this song out with your favorite shows. See if it actually works. It really does, in my opinion. Okay, our last mini topic here is why we hate shopping, clothes shopping.
Yes.
I want to say my reason is that I guess I can speak for both of us, but there's like no clothes that fits us.
Yeah.
We're in between, if you don't mind me saying, both of us are in between normal size clothing and husky size clothing. We're in the
closing.
We're on the tipping scale between both. Like,
yeah.
There's no real size for us. And then me over here with a hunchback.
Yeah.
There's no hunchback clothing. So all my clothes rides up on the back.
It's funny.
Yeah. It's very hard as well. Like the jacket I just got. If you saw me tweet about it, like everyone is like, "Oh, your jacket's like too high up on your back." I'm like, "Oh, thanks. You never noticed." It like no matter how hard I put it down, as soon as I start walking, it's just gonna go up.
Oh yes, you should see the way he walks.
Now all of y'all are gonna be Googling for pictures of me thinking I'm the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Wow.
Well, I probably am. I'm not that bad.
Excuse me, speak for yourself.
If you know me in real life,
which I do, I'm sitting right here.
Or if like you work with me,
or
you're on set with me, I don't look that bad, do I?
Oh yeah, you totally don't look that bad.
I was starting with a statement, but I would just to do it. I was like, Another thing is our feet hurt. There's really no place to sit.
I got rid of my feet problem
by taking them off.
No,
but stores
I stood on balls for so long.
If stores want people to stay in their places for longer, they should offer chairs at the front. Like, take a chair with you.
Okay. It's not that they want them to stay there longer. It's that they want them to
spend more money.
Yes, actually buy something, not sit there on a bench with their Wi-Fi and do nothing.
But like, especially Kohl's, please just offer chairs.
They do.
Where
do you think I was sitting all day?
Wasn't people? But there's like one chair for every.
No. There's a whole thing. You just gotta go find it. It's behind like this huge shelf.
No, but there's like only one chair for every 20 people, you could say. And it's very small.
There, that's why.
Anyway, those are my two complaints for stores. Changing rooms is another issue. Like, why put a limit on how much stuff you can take in? I just want to get all my stuff, go try it out, pick what I do need, what I don't need, and walk out. I don't want to make 7 trips to the changing room.
Yeah.
I'm tired of tying my shoelaces up by the third time and just walk out barefoot.
Okay, that's a problem. Why do you tie and untie your shoes? And why do you tie them so tight?
I feel insecure if I don't have tight shoes.
Okay, as soon as I buy the shoe, I tie it once, and that's how it is the whole entire time. Like, I never tie and untie my shoes.
That's probably
Never.
why my shoelaces snap.
Yeah, his snap, like, every 3 months.
If
So
you're
right
Mike
now,
Hurley,
my
when
tennis
you're-
shoes have never gotten tied, and it's been 2 years.
Look, Mike Hurley, when his shoelaces snap, he usually just quits his job and gets a new job.
Wow.
Okay, to be honest, it only happened in once. Like, he decided when my shoelaces snap, I'm not going to buy any new shoelaces, and I'm going to stop working for this bank, and I'm going to go start my business. Shoelaces snap, he starts Relay FM. His shoelaces snapped 2 weeks ago, and he's like, uh-oh, sorry, everyone. But no, I told myself, when my shoelaces snap, I'm going to stop doing something. I don't know. But now they won't snap.
Yeah, you're not trying anymore. You should have seen yourself. You were, like, slowly tightening them and then putting them together.
Yeah, like,
I don't even know how to tie shoes because I have not tied them in 2 years.
so when we were shooting this show a couple weeks ago, months ago, I guess you could say. It was a month ago.
No, it was last month.
Yeah, last month. I was the director, and so we're moving between buildings because we have to get to the next location like fast to stay on schedule. Assistant director's like, come on, run. And then my shoelace comes undone. No one's going to stop me for me, so the whole crew they're already off gone, and I'm done tying my shoelace. Finally get the elevator up. I'm not going to take the stairs. Get up there,
Yeah.
they're like, we're done, let's go back down.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm not good at tying shoelaces fast.
If I actually knew how to tie them, I could tie them fast.
You've seen those cool videos, right, of those people like who tie their shoelaces in 2 seconds?
Yeah, and then 2 seconds later, when the camera turns off, they go
fall
into-
apart. Well, I've successfully done it twice my entire
Like,
life.
I am a pro at it if my shoelaces have not come untied in 2 years. I'm proud of it.
Or you just can't undo the knots.
No, I couldn't do it right now, but I don't want to tie it again. Because it's like the perfect,
The perfect knot.
no, well, yeah, but it's also the perfect circulation.
Circulation of blood. Not too much blood. Not
Yeah.
too little blood. Okay, so our recommendations of the week. My recommendation this week, if you're in a, like we said at the beginning of the show, or I said, Sophia said, if you like a series of unfortunate events, check out the Unfortunate Associates podcast, a podcast where 2 fans of the books, TV show, and movie talk about related things about the books. So, like, if you're doing a reread, as a lot of fans are, they go through every book and they just talk about the book. So, read the book, then go listen to their discussion on it, or watch an episode of the TV show, and then go listen to their discussion. We've also done, like, fan castings and stuff like that. It's a really cool podcast. Go check it out if you didn't know about it already. What's your recommendation?
Okay, so I've already done Tanner Brongart. Now, his sister, Taylor Brongart, she finally is going to do her YouTube channel. She already started it like a long time ago, and not a long time ago. She started like a month ago, and she already has 200K.
Okay, for people who don't understand who the people are, explain who these people are.
Okay, these people are awesome. You know.
Okay, but like what content can you expect?
Well, she's only done one video.
So you're saying it's in the works.
Yeah,
Okay then.
but she's cool.
Okay. If you want links to our recommendations for this week, you can go over to the show notes, rta.space/35. Also, if this is your first time listening to us, please subscribe. You can find the best way for you to subscribe wherever you're listening from. iPhone, Android, Mac, Windows, wherever you are. rta.space/listen, and you can see all of the places we're available. Even if you happen to own a Tesla, we're in the Tesla store. Really cool. If you have any suggestions for us, please email us, rocket2anywhereshow@gmail.com, or you can tweet us at RTA Show on Twitter. And I always fail to mention that you can follow us on Instagram, the show, that is, or DM us there, or do us whatever you want, at Rocket2Anywhere on Instagram. We also, all the time, we just get messages from the band Rocket to Anywhere instead, because people think that we're like the band. We're not the
Yeah.
band.
It's funny. They're like, I loved your show. And we're like, yeah.
Yeah. Come on next week,
Thanks.
yeah. Okay, and you can follow me on Twitter if you want to keep up with what I'm doing. Also, I'm going to find out by the time this gets released if I'm going to be verified or not on Twitter. Hopefully I am. I'm probably not going to be, but
Well,
I can dream. That's at Corwan Garcia.
dream
on
big.
Twitter. Dream big. And Sophia's on Instagram at
Extra_Sophia. Sophia Sofia.
Okay, that's all for this week. Join us week after next for another painful episode of Rocket to Anywhere.
Painful.
Until then,
This rocket has landed. Stop scratching my
scared me.
foot.
I thought that was my foot. I was like, why don't I feel anything?
Okay, sorry.